And welcome back to Simple Rockets 2. Continuing on with the challenges for the time being. So getting towards the bottom now. We've got maximum speed. So how fast can you go? You have 20 days to achieve the maximum speed possible. You must exceed 30,000 meters a second or 30 kilometers to win. The speed is calculated relative to the body you are orbiting. So tip, sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. Also, if you're using more than 25 to 30 engines for your craft, then you're not doing it right. Okay, let's head into the design phase. I'll put something together. Okay, so I've already put a spacecraft together. Using a small spacecraft, I'm going to use the fairings for the first time. They aren't quite the same as KSPs, they're a little bit different. So we've got the we've got a little spacecraft just here. We've got the solar panels. Just make sure you don't run out of electric charge for the gyro. I've tried to shape the gyro to make it look like a dish, but unfortunately it won't quite let me do what I wanted to do. Hopefully in future version you can actually manipulate them a little bit more. So we've got the solar panels on the midsection of the tank. The tank is filled with, as we bring it up, methalox. We've got a little pixie engine again. I was going to try to use the iron engine, but during testing of the iron engine doesn't seem to produce any thrust for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe missing something. Okay, so that's the spacecraft itself. Performance wise, it's pretty decent. We've got 11.4 minutes worth of burn time, 0.29 in a vacuum on TWR. Thrust is 2.44 kilonewtons. We've got 3,293 meters per second. What we're going to try to do, in order to complete this without using ridiculous amounts of engines, as I said on the tip to not do that, we're going to use something called gravitational assist, which Voyagers 1 and 2 are two spacecraft which utilise it for the first time. It's basically you exploit the gravitational well of a celestial object to accelerate your spacecraft well beyond what you would be able to do with just conventional chemical engines especially. Okay, let's put it here. Put its hat back on. Okay, let's head out. So we're going to utilise the gravitational well of the Sun for this mission. Okay, so I've looked at all the windows. No, I haven't. Lots of heading. Okay, there we go. Okay, just as before, the clock starts when the space bar is tapped. So when we stage the first engine, that's when the clock will start. Got to about 1500 meters before we start the gravity turn. Okay, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Okay, 15 seconds remaining on the first stage. Throttle right back. Just also accelerating, but not too fast. Okay, don't lose any energy. So throttle up a little bit further, just so we're not losing velocity. 41%, that's fine. So I think we'll pitch down about 10 degrees. So we bring the upper axis down. Not time to shut the engine off and lose delta V. As I said before in previous episodes, you don't lose too much velocity, otherwise it's just a complete waste. So if you throttle off and coast up to your hypothesis, you lose a lot of energy. Which is something you don't really want to do. It's something real world rockets don't really do much. Not unless it's absolutely necessary to the mission. A little bit. Not for too long. That's about 40%. Quick look at the map. We should be on the correct side to continue. So once our power is above the surface of the planet, we should be able to just continue thrusting in the opposite direction. Jundroo is going in that direction. So once we're going in the opposite direction, so we should be okay. Just to continue the burn. Want to reduce our pay axis around the sun. To 0. Back to full throttle. Okay, it's fine. We should be able to go past the hypothesis now and not have too much of a problem with losing altitude. It shouldn't take too long. 45 seconds. Silly. I selected retrograde by mistake there. Okay, 12 seconds remaining. We'll let this entire stage burn out. Then we'll throttle down and let the phone and the spacecraft go. Okay, throttle down. Spacecraft is free. We'll activate the engine, just so the autopilot knows exactly what TWR we have. Okay, let's go to the map view. Unfortunately, in this version, previous version, you can actually target the sun. In this version, you don't seem to be able to. No, it's all NA. Okay, I'm going to continue thrusting about here. It's 11.6 minutes, 11.5 minutes now. Zoom out a little bit. So we've got, how much delta V do we actually have? Oh dear. Delta V, Delta V, Delta V, Delta V. Stage delta V, 749 meters a second. Really? Is that all? Well, that's not too much, is it? Yep, 749. Oh dear. Slight miscalculation on the delta V. Okay, 749. Oh, sure, we had a lot more delta V than that. Oh dear. Okay, 749. Oh, that's terrible. I sure had more than that. Oh dear. Never mind. We shall try it this once. Might just be able to get to 30 kilometers a second before the 20 days are up, but it's not very likely. 750 meters per second. Need to take a quick look at that. 590 kilos, it's methalox. Yeah, dear me. Okay. There we go, stage V 3292. Where did 749 disappear to? Well, that's strange. That is very strange. So we've got 3292 meters per second. That's better. 3292. Oh, bit of a panic there. Let's unlock it. So go to 3000. We shouldn't need that. Nowhere near. Accuracy not recommended. 8.6 minutes arrival time. Obviously, because we've got such low TWR, it starts to burn off almost immediately. The opposite side of our orbit in, what is that? 16.54 days. We should be close enough to the sun when its burn finally finishes. 16.6 minutes on the burn. Once it's finished, we'll take a very quick look and make sure. We made it. Well, might as well just use the rest of the Delta V up. Yeah, 3,100. I don't know what happened there with the 749 meters per second. It was lying to me just then. Okay, never mind. It's quite a long burn though. Okay, last few seconds of the burn. Once it's finished, we'll take a look at what Delta V we've got, and we'll probably carry on burning towards the apogee. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that just for a second. Okay, so we've got, oh, not too bad, 183 meters per second. 21 seconds worth of burn time remaining. Okay. Turn that off. We'll go to prograde. Okay, so what do we have? 16.22 days. Altitude of 5,271.7 million meters. Okay, just in case that's not quite close enough, we shall continue burning towards the prograde until we run out of our entire supply of fuel. Although our gyroscope doesn't seem to want to work. Take a quick look. No, that should be... yeah, never mind. So that's our prograde marker. Doesn't seem to be working at all. Got plenty of electric charge, that is for sure. No, we don't. We've got 0. Okay, so our solar panels are actually working, so they're not charging anything up. Oh dear. So that's not actually... efficiency is 61%, so they should be charging the battery, but obviously they're not. Oh dear. Okay. A little bit of thrust before we get onto prograde, and then we'll put full throttle on. Doesn't go crazy, and do with a bit of ham. Yeah, there we go. So it shot right past. Come on. Back onto the prograde, thank you. Okay. 20% throttle. Burn time is 18 seconds at this throttle level. Okay, so we're well inside the 20-day limit, at least for the opposite side of the orbit. Hopefully we'll be at the maximum velocity, because we won't go any faster once we hit this. Once you hit the periapsis, you don't go any faster, you actually start to slow down. So at some point here and here, we need to reach 30 kilometers a second. This is 20 then, in 20 days. Okay, let's go to full throttle. Okay, so hopefully our periapsis is close enough to the sun to maximise that gravitational well. But we shall have to see. Okay, here we go. Gonna walk forward. Okay, we are slowing down slightly because that's relative to Jundroo. For now. Okay, so now relative to the sun. Doing 13,649 meters per second. Let's go forward. About 5 hours, 6 hours, 7. Okay, you're accelerating slightly, but not a fantastic amount. Okay, first day. Okay, as we start to pitch away from Jundroo and the orbit, it should start to accelerate a little bit faster. 3 days. Move at 10,000 times normal speed. Okay, up to 15,000 meters per second. Coming up to the end of day 4. Day 5, 15,000. Come on. We're obviously going to go faster because obviously we've still got a lot of the periapsis to go towards. $18,000. The clock will count until 20 days has elapsed. Yeah, 20,000 meters per second. Okay, 22,000, 8,000 to go. Just halfway through. $11 days, 20 hours. 3,000 meters remaining per second. Day 13, 30,000 meters per second. That's it. So by about day 13, we've done it. So I had 7 days to spare. Will it go out to 20 days? How fast can we actually go though? 37.5, 38. Oh, starting to bleed off now. 38.9, 30.9 kilometers per second. So just under 40 kilometers a second. 3 days remaining. Good, nice. Okay, we'll let the clock go to 20 days, and that should give us a completion. Here, go back to normal speed. Okay, so maximum was 38.9 kilometers per second. It took us, we had about 7 days to spare. Okay, so that's on to the next challenge. So that's 30 kilometers a second within 20 days, achieved by using gravitational assist, or slingshot as more commonly known as.